Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. Literally, when it rains, it pours. And it has been raining since very early this morning. Torrential rain, thunderstorms. We really did need this rain, but this is the kind of rain we usually get here in Kentucky. I mean, it's like a flash flood. So I'm going to show you, there's a little depression here on my property where the septic stank. Listen to me. The septic tank was installed when I moved here. Yes, folks, I had to install electricity and a septic because there was nothing down here. But you can see there's flooding here, flooding here. This is how much rain we've got. It's actually just let up a little bit. But let's take a walk to the primary creek that runs parallel to the county road. And we'll see what's going on there. I mean, this is the county creek where all the retaining wall rock has fallen into. So let's have a walk there. I'll show you what it looks like. See if I can walk any faster. I hear it roaring. And oh my goodness, look at how high it is. Look at this, folks. Do you see how high this is? This ain't nothing. This is nothing. You see all that rock that was there that needs to be hauled away and placed back up there? You don't even see it. That's how much water we've got now. And here you go. This is where all the rain is flowing from down the road here to this culvert. And you could see that my driveway, this is intentional, folks. My driveway is being chipped away, whittled away. The criminals are doing this. And you can see how this retaining wall is falling down. And then the water across the street, when it gets really bad, this water raises up to here and crosses over this county road. That's exactly what it does. It's not doing that today. This is a heavy rain, but we haven't had a rain like this since a couple of weeks ago. But this is what it looks like here. This is eastern Kentucky, by the way. This is Jackson County. And this is a county creek. And the county creek is technically on my property. But the way it worked was back in the day, this county road cuts through my property because I own the property across the street. So there's an easement where 15 feet out from the county road, the town is required to care for, and they are also required to care for the creek, along with the Division of Water, who I've been trying to get here for the better part of 2 months. In fact, the Division of Water said that they were going to give a citation, a penalty to the county, and then they retracted it and said they'll help them file a grant with FEMA, because of course they lied about having done so already. But this is the creek. I'm going to call it just the creek. It's called the county creek. It's called, I'm not going to give you the name of the creek because it runs down my property. But this major creek that runs parallel to the county road actually goes down the entire length of my property, through my fields, through both of my fields. So I'm going to show you here. I mean, I've walked this with you before, where I've actually walked inside of it because here's the elderberry tree. But this creek is ferocious. Like, there are some times when the rain is so heavy, if you were to step in there, you will get whisked away with that creek. But this goes down the length of my property. And see, this is it, guys. I tried to cut the grass yesterday, and it was so wet that my mower was spitting Like, the lawnmower was not happy. It was groaning and grunting, and of course, you know, the criminals damaged the carburetor. But it was not happy because it is so wet here. You hear it? It's so wet. And you can see the water here. This is how much rain we've had in a very short period of time. And my water catchments here, they're completely filled and overflowing. You can see there. But we'll take a walk to where the county creek meets the small creek. I'll call it a stream or a brook, but it's more like a small creek that runs the entire length of my property and deposits into the county creek. So it gets a little confusing. People have asked me, well, you know, how come you don't do this or that? It's like, no, this creek here, this is not my responsibility. This is the county's responsibility. Although I have been in here many times, like this branch needs to be chopped off and hauled debris and stuff off. So now this is the creek that I have been pointing out behind my house that I felt has been siphoned. Now with this heavy rain, look at it. This is the way it usually is. You see this? That is depositing now into the primary county creek. But this creek is on my property. On my legally owned surveyed property. This creek here runs behind my entire house and property. You see there, and we'll take you to the point over the little bridge that also the criminals damaged. And I call them criminals because that's what they are. You know, there's no better word for them. Well, yes, Karen Stewart called them vigilantes, mercenaries, whores, sociopaths, psychopaths. That's what criminals are comprised of. So here you go, folks. I was walking in here last week and the week before, and since the water suddenly disappeared over a weekend, and I've got my poor little stranded tortoise